Listen, this man truly does not like women. Okay, let me just come. Let me go on my little rant monologue real quick, fellas. The days of you putting your hands on women, those days are over. It's not like the grandparents, your parents. You can't do that anymore. You cannot be beating up these women like that anymore. Those days are gone. Unless you and your wife, woman, have an agreement or a setup or a situation where you understand every now and again you may put foot to ass. But the days of you beating up, and I mean beating them up, like beat them up, can't do that anymore, y'all. Yeah, no more caveman clubs over their head, dragging them by their hair. Them days are gone, man. Listen, you cannot be beating these women up like this. This nigga here, I don't care what y'all say. This man is either one of two things. He truly hates women, or he's closeted and he's struggling with his identity. Okay? Now I get it. There's abusers out there, and abusers abuse people for whatever reason. So, if you believe he's the type that just hates women, I'm okay with that. But I think this man is struggling with his identity, and I say this because I remember those TikTok videos of he was doing a while back with all the zesty dance, and I was like, ain't no man dancing like this. Gervonta Davis dancing. Yeah, let's go back. Let's go back. Remember when this nigga was dancing like a queen? Y'all, who dances like this? No, that's not it. But still, who the fuck is doing this? Who is doing that? Who dances like that? And you're not gonna sit here and think something wrong with this nigga? Listen, I don't care how many people you knock out, sir. I think you're closeted, and I think you're struggling with your identity, which is why you take it out, your frustrations out on women, because obviously the women in your life don't allow you the space to be who you are without judgment. So that means you need to remove the women out your life and get around women that's going to allow you to be your true self. That's it. That's all. Let me see these punch stats. Serrano threw 217 jabs to Taylor's 94 jabs. She threw 165 power shots to Taylor's 137 power shots. Amanda Serrano threw 382 punches. Taylor threw 231. Oh my God. Okay, anywho, let's get back to this. Let's get back. I'm sorry, y'all. This man is struggling with his identity, and he's mad at the women in his life for not providing him a safe space to be his true self. I'm sorry, that's what I believe. I don't care what y'all say. You ain't gotta. Feel free to disagree with me, and that's okay. So let's get to it. He was arrested on, was it Father's Day? Right? So let's go. Okay, misdemeanor battery with his ex-girlfriend of 4 years. Well, she's not your ex-girlfriend if it's been 4 years, right? So the arrest comes nearly a month after he allegedly assaulted the mother of 2 of his 3 kids on Father's Day. So not only are you whooping on baby mama number 2 on Father's Day, you beating up your ex-girl a month later. And y'all want to sit here and tell me this man don't like women. Okay, fine. So let's go. According to the report, Davis's ex-girlfriend told police she was involved in a verbal dispute with the boxer over personal matters, with Gervonta having insecurities about the sexuality of their son. How did I... So he's taking the son as he perceives to be weird, and he's taking that on personally. Okay. I don't know what I'd be talking about. Okay. Let's continue. Davis arrived at a residence 504 on June 15th to pick up his children when the situation escalated after putting both children in Davis's car. She allegedly She alleged Davis punched her on the rear of her head with a closed fist and slapped her in the face. If this is true, you know shots to the back of the head, especially for boxers, is a no-no. That's a very dangerous area to punch somebody in the back of the head, because you can sever that brainstem connection, right, top of the vertebrae to the back of the brainstem. You could kill somebody. That's why it's illegal in boxing. Yes. She was able to regain custody of her children, which upset Davis further. She said Davis revved the engine of his vehicle in a threatening manner, but she was able to remove herself from the situation without further incident. Afterwards, she went to a local hospital for medical treatment. A note on the report suggested that there had been approximately 10 undocumented physical altercations between Davis and his ex-girlfriend. Davis was taken into custody in Miami Beach before being transported by the Doral Police Department. According to Miami-Dade County's inmate report, Davis was being held at Turner Guilford Knight Correctional Center with a $10,000 bond, but has since been released. He has a court hearing slated for July 29th. He fights rematch with Frank Roach August. Right? His last run-in came in December 2022 when he was arrested for allegedly striking a woman with a closed hand type slap. A closed hand type slap. So he didn't straight punch her. He must have just slapped her with a closed fist, which, okay, I guess. Right? Okay, so let's get to the time. There's a timeline I want everybody to go over with me. Abuse timeline. Once again, I believe this man is struggling with his sexual identity, and he's taking it out on the women or the mothers of his children. February 27th, 2019, arrest warrant issued for Davis in connection with an alleged altercation at a mall in McLean, Virginia. Davis allegedly had a run-in with a man at an ATM at the Tyson's Galleria in suburban Washington before he began to argue with police. He allegedly shoved a police officer. Okay, he was charged with one count of misdemeanor assault. The case was dismissed that October. Okay. February 2020, charged with simple battery, domestic violence in Coral Gables, Florida, following an incident with the mother of his daughter on the campus of University of Miami. In a 14-second video, Davis was seen forcefully grabbing the woman near her neck and pulling her out of her seat during a charity basketball game on Super Bowl weekend. Davis then walked her out of the arena as they appeared to argue. As a result of an ongoing investigation after being notified through social media and the victim, Davis was observed battering his former girlfriend with whom they have a child together. Davis surrendered himself to Coral Gables. Police detectives assigned to the case. Davis was held on a $1,500 bail, denied the allegations of social media posts. I never once hit her. Yeah, I was aggressive and told her to come on, but that's the mother of my child. I would never hurt her. Davis' post was later deleted. In the arrest affidavit, Davis was accused of dragging the victim to a separate room by her shirt and states that video surveillance shows a partial view of the fighter. Sir, this is kidnapping, y'all. This is kidnapping. Okay, this is kidnapping. Let's continue. Pulling his arm back and then forward towards the victim, which is consistent with a strike to the face. The complaint stated that the victim provided a written statement consistent with the altercation, that the photos taken of the victim's injuries are consistent with a strike to the face. November 5th, 2020, Davis was accused of fleeing the scene of an accident that involved 4 people, including a pregnant woman, Jair Smith. Davis was facing 14 charges, including failure to immediately return and remain at the scene of an accident involving bodily injury. Davis was driving his Lamborghini Urus in the early mornings when he ran a red light and struck a 2004 Toyota Solara. Let's find that footage of him yoking up his baby mama. Oh, shit. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see if we can find them. Slapping girlfriend. Let's see if we can find that. Oh, is this it? So this is it.
Well, cell phone video surfaces of Baltimore world boxing champion Gervonta Davis apparently getting in a physical altercation with a woman. It happened Saturday during a celebrity basketball game in Miami. You can see Davis appear to grab the woman by the neck, pull her from her seat. He then leaves the court with her and two other men. Now, police in Coral Gables say so far no charges have been filed, but that they are investigating the incident. Davis now lives and trains in the Atlanta area.
Oh, no, you can't do that, sir. Sir, you can't be putting your hands on women like, no, sir, those days are over. Okay, let's continue. Where we at? Sir, those days are, you can't be out here doing, no. Let's continue. September 22, 2022. Baltimore City State's Attorney Circuit Court judge declined to approve a plea deal that would have avoided jail time for Davis in 2020 hit and run, and instead meted out 60 days of house arrest. The trial is expected to last 2 days. Jair Smith testified that she was trapped in a smoking vehicle while screaming. She said Davis looked me in the eyes and he never came over to help. Smith said her knee was seriously injured and that she was unable to play with her children or work normally. Despite several physical therapy sessions, Smith was pursuing a civil case against Davis. The other three alleged victims all settled their civil cases against Davis. None of those three objected to the proposed plea deal. The Lamborghini became disabled after it struck a fence, per the police report, before the occupants abandoned the vehicle and fled on foot. Witness accounts and video footage showed Davis leaving the scene in a black Chevrolet Camaro. The trial for the alleged hit and run was set for February 16th. Okay. December 13, 2022, Davis faced misdemeanor charges in Coral Gables, where he had been accused of striking the mother of his child in February 2020. That case was discharged. December 27th, 2022, Davis arrested after allegedly striking a woman with a closed hand type slap. On the audio of the 911 call, which is ESPN obtained, the woman was heard saying, "Please help me. I need help. I'm trying to go home. I have a baby in the car and he attacked me. He's going to kill me." Moments later, the call ended. She reconnected with police 50 seconds afterward, crying and said, "I need to go. I'm in danger right now." Police were then contacted by a representative from the Mercedes-Benz Emergency Center, who said the woman pressed the emergency button in the car and said a man was speeding at her. Davis was not under the influence of drugs or alcohol at the time of the alleged incident, according to the report. He once again denied and deleted the post. He said, "I never put my hands on my child mother nor my effing daughter. Are you effing crazy? I'm not a monster. I've been quiet for too long. That's the only reason I'm doing this now, just to clear my name. That's not how you do it, sir." Davis was then released on Wednesday following a court hearing where bail was set at $1,000. And December 30, 2022. Jesus Christ, man. The woman who called police to report Davis said he did not harm me or our daughter. The identity of the woman confirmed by her attorney, saying in part that she made an unnecessary call to law enforcement in an intense moment while I was frantic. This is why nobody believes y'all. This is why nobody jumps in when y'all getting y'all asses whooped. Rightfully so. Sorry. She continues, "These past few days have been hurtful and extremely exhausting for all parties involved." The woman wrote in her statement, "I pride myself on being extremely private. This situation was the last thing I wanted to be made public. The state of our relationship has been in a fragile space and Gervonta and I were both at fault for the argument. While the emotions were running high, I made an unnecessary call to law enforcement in an intense moment while I was frantic. Gervonta did not harm me or our daughter. Today we have sought the help necessary to move forward with our lives. I am confident that we will succeed within our co-parenting dynamic with the counseling provided to us." Okay. Let's continue. February 16, 2023, Davis pleaded guilty to 4 traffic offenses stemming from a hit and run crash in November 2020 that left 4 people injured, including a pregnant woman. So this is what happened. Leaving the scene of an accident involving bodily injury, failing to notify of property damage, driving with a revoked license, and running a red light. He was sentenced on May 5th. Sentencing May 5th, okay. So he avoided jail time in a criminal hit and run case, but given, according to court records, he was sentenced to 90 days of house arrest and was given 3 years probation. and also given 200 hours of community service. In between then, February 23, 2023, Davis was arraigned in Fort Lauderdale in connection with a December 27 misdemeanor domestic violence charge of battery causing bodily harm. His next court hearing was set for March 31st. Davis pleaded not guilty after allegedly hitting the mother of his 1-year-old daughter with a closed hand type slap. May 22nd, 2023, Florida prosecutors dropped all charges of battery and domestic violence against Davis from an incident on December 27th because the woman did not wish to press charges. Florida is one of those states where if the woman doesn't show up or won't give a statement, they'll drop the case. Not all states are like Florida. A lot of states now are still going to prosecute you without the woman. So you knock her upside the head and she calls the cops and he gets arrested. She bails him out and the DA is like, okay, we're going to prosecute. And they're like, well, I didn't see nothing. He didn't do nothing to me. Don't matter, bitch. We're going to prosecute. Some states are like, no, we don't need you. We just use the police report and the 911 call and the hospital records and we'll get a conviction. Okay? The woman didn't wish to press charge. Davis allegedly struck the woman with the right side of her head with a closed hand type of slap. According to the report, the woman who doesn't live with Davis and whose name was redacted suffered a small abrasion to the inside of her upper lip on the right side of her mouth. June 1st, while serving his house arrest for the crash, right? Taken into custody June 1st following a court hearing and transported to Baltimore Central Booking. The 90-day house arrest sentence was a punishment after the fighter pleaded guilty to 4 counts of stemming from a hit-and-run crash that injured 4 people, including a pregnant woman. Right. So that's where we're at with it. So this man cannot keep his hands to himself. I just feel that I think he's struggling with his sexuality, and the women in his life have not afforded him a safe space for him to be his true self without judgment. Okay? Stop putting your hands on these women. Okay? Even if I say as much as they need it, cannot do it. Find other ways to punish the woman. Punish her financially, punish her emotionally. I don't know. But you cannot physically be putting foot to ass on these women anymore. Those days are over. Find other ways to punish her. You are rich. You are a multi-millionaire. I'm sure you can find ways to punish a woman and get her ass in line. Okay? It ain't that hard. It ain't that hard. Okay?